So I wanted to do just a little follow up about the conversation that I was having the other day about time and understanding why spending time and using time is important, and the idea that you can't save time because time keeps flowing. This, though, was because I was asked about it, and it's more specific examples of how we do things with our time that may not be beneficial to us. So, one of those things is anger. Um, Part of that also is rumination or dwelling or going over and over again on things that we feel are upsetting. If you find yourself spending a lot of time consumed with the idea of what other people are doing, whether or not people are doing right, whether they're doing what you want them to do, the anger that goes with that, if you're dwelling on certain things, ask yourself, how much of your time are you wasting? If you spend just a few minutes every day being angry about something that doesn't need to be included in your, if you will, anger circle, there are certain things that having a little bit of anger may inspire you to get up and get off the couch and do something. When you're angry about things that are totally, truly out of your control, or if you're angry about things just because you're angry, you don't like it, it's not going the way you want it to be. People aren't acting the way you want them to act. People aren't doing the things you want them to do. When you spend a lot of that time dwelling on that, I ask you, how important is your life? No, I mean, seriously, think about that. If I told you you have 5 years to live, and out of that 5 years, maybe every waking hour, you spend 5 or 10 minutes being upset, angry, paying attention to things that you can say they're important, but are they really important to you? You end up maybe spending 10% of your time. And it don't take much to spend 10% of your time. Think about it. In 100 minutes, okay, that's a little over an hour and a half. If you spent 10 minutes being angry at what you saw or read, or going over into the news and looking at the bad stuff in the world, and you spent, that's 10% of your time. Okay. Over the course of 50 years, that's 5 years of your life spent being that way. And you go, well, why are you saying, 10 minutes every 100 minutes? Because what about when I'm asleep? Well, that's the funny part. If you spent all that time being angry while you were awake, I guarantee you took that to bed with you. You woke up with it and you were angry. That's wasting your time unless you enjoy being angry. I can't imagine that, but it's possible. I've heard there are people who enjoy being angry. I think that we get into the habit of it and we waste our time dwelling on stuff instead of focusing on things that we would rather spend our time on that actually benefit us and make us happy. A lot of times when people say, well, doesn't this upset you? And I'm like, I give it a quick thought. Yeah, it's not great or it's not perfect, but I don't dwell on it. I have better things to do and think about than things that bring me down and make me feel sad. And you do have a choice in the matter. And I highly encourage you to choose to focus on things that make you happier, healthier, live a better life. So people go, well, it's not that easy. I can't quit thinking about it. And I'm like, all right, here you go with that word can again. So please, that's choose always not to. Drop that word and go with the idea that you can learn to focus and you can learn to redirect your attention. It is possible, it is doable if you take the time to do it. And see, that's to me an investment in time, because every minute spent investing in how to focus better and to change my focus the way I want, and how to think and rethink things so that my life has more meaning, it pays off in huge dividends, because then you can stop wasting your time dwelling on things that aren't helping you, that aren't benefiting you. And you can shift your perspective to things that will help you, that you do enjoy. The other part of the time thing is a lot of people say, Well, it's hard for me to change because I spent all this time doing this way. Again, I tell people, if you are stuck on the time you spent in something, like a bad relationship, well, I've already spent 7 years of my life here. If I leave now, I'll have to start over. And I'm like, good, start over. Don't waste time. If you're truly convinced that this isn't working, do something different. Don't keep doing the same old thing over and over again. Again, you're wasting your time. And cut it off too, because to use the idea of what you've done in the past and you've invested your time in doing this and you don't want to waste your time by stopping it and doing something different. I'm like, so you're going to waste your future time too. Don't. It's never too late to start focusing on now and changing yourself now and then carrying that forward to the rest of your life. And I don't care if you're 15 or 50 or 80, you can change and you can start doing things differently. So use your time to do the things you want, to achieve the things you want. Spend it wisely. When you find yourself spending your time being angry, ask yourself, how long am I going to be angry for? And why do I need to keep being angry? How much angry am I going to be in the future? If you got a span of life where you can go, I got 10 more years ish that I know for sure. Okay, how much of that 10 years are you going to spend sitting around being angry, trying to control things that you can't control? And how much of that time are you going to spend going, I want to enjoy life? So that's another part of time, is learning how to spend it. And learning how to spend it means learning how to change your focus, change what you're paying attention to, and to think your way through. So, all these skills that I talk about are about allowing you to better think and better feel so that you can choose how you want to think and how you want to feel. And you can change your life radically. Okay. So, I hope that helps answer a few of those questions. I hope you have a great day. And it's now time for me to go. Thank you.